The Monoprice Select Mini 3D printer. Finally got one to work. First one, it seemed to work great for 40 minutes and then quit. Both the bed and the extractor stopped heating. I think that was probably a power supply problem. So I returned that, got another one, and the box was damaged on that one pretty bad. The y-axis right here had actually punched through the styrofoam packing, so it really kind of hammered when you're trying to zero the y-axis, and also the gantry here for the for the z-axis and the x-axis. I had kind of a wobble to it, so I didn't even bother putting filament in that one. Sent that one back. So I got this one, and it's just kind of cantankerous, I guess, about the best way I can say. I don't know. I haven't been able to get Wi-Fi. The app that they say to use, you have to use an Android app, and install that on your phone or Android device, whatever. Open that up, connect to your local Wi-Fi, your network, okay, and then hold down the button till it says configuring whatever. At any rate, never got that far. The app never would connect with my my local Wi-Fi. I have a Wi-Fi extender. I turned it off. I have 5 gigahertz. Also, I shut that down, so I just ran at 2.4 gigahertz in Wi-Fi, and it still wouldn't. I tried it on my one phone, tried it on another phone, tried it on a tablet, still wouldn't work. So pretty much right now giving up on the Wi-Fi thing. I was trying to use a XP laptop that I use for my Prusa i3, and have no problem with that. And I was using the Cura that they were recommending, and that wouldn't work at all. So I got that Windows 7 laptop, set it over here, and hooked it up, and finally got some success. The only way I could do anything at all originally was just off of the SD card, and the SD card evidently has some size limitations. I tried copying some G-code files onto a 32 gig card, and it said there was nothing on the card. So I finally grabbed a 8 gigabyte card, and wrote files on that, and I could see that, and I could print off of that, which is great, but it's just kind of a pain in the butt because you have to pull the card out, put it in a PC, load the G code onto the card. So that was kind of a pain in the butt, but that does work, okay, and it does work basically without a PC connected. So then I worked on getting Cura to work. I tried the 15042 that they said, and I had some trouble there with that. I tried the Cura 3.1, I think it was, and I've got a print to work with that. It worked great. I mean, it came out fantastic. But as soon as it was done, I tried to do something else, and I couldn't make either of the Cura versions, the 15042 or the 3.1, to work, to connect at all. It wouldn't recognize the printer. It said, yeah, there's a printer. Yeah, it's a printer, but it wouldn't connect to it at all. So I finally hooked up to your host, and just told it, hey, it's a rep wrap looking kind of printer, and 120, 120 bed size. Print, blah blah blah. That was it, and it connected up. And looked like it had some communication issues initially on it, but it did connect, and temperature display on the LCD versus the temperature display on the Repetier host is pretty much dead on. So they're really darn close, let's put it that way. Where the Cura, the temperatures never were even close to being right. So I think what I'm going to wind up doing is using Repetier host on this to use this until I can figure out how to get Wi-Fi going. But so far, this printer here, this one that I got, seems to be working. I printed the sample kitty cat that they give you. It took about 3 hours. Did that last night. Printed a couple of STLs that I had. 5.5 millimeter wrench. That was a quick one, just to see, okay, can I do this? And I printed a soda can lid just so you can cover up a beer can to keep the bugs out of it. And this is actually a one that I really wanted to print. It's a spacer block for a flashlight that I had. The button is mounted on the circuit board, and the circuit board was unsupported, and you push down on the button and it actually kind of broke the circuit board. So this little piece here is going to fit underneath that circuit board and support it, hopefully. But anyway, like I said, all in all, I'm a couple of prints into this thing, and I'd be like 4 prints into it now, and looking like it's good. I'm using PLA. You can see my temperatures. It supposedly will print ABS and wood filament and all kind of other ones that I don't even have those. But it looks like it's might just go ahead and be a good printer. Some people, if you read the reviews, people love it, people hate it. So far right now, I'm kind of liking this. There's some mods I want to do. It's like, well, I need to do something to support this filament over here. This one actually, by the way, it wouldn't extrude at all. Everything cranked up, all dressed up, ready to go. Extruder temperature, bed temperature was fine, and the extruder motor just kind of hammered. You could feel it pulsing in the filament strand. And so I talked to Monoprice. There is a phone number if you really dig around and try and find it. There is a phone number you can actually call and talk to somebody. They're Pacific time. And he said, yeah, it sounds like you got a clogged extruder, even though it's a brand new printer. And the box did not look like it was opened up at all and repackaged. So I figured they maybe ran a test print and just didn't clear the extruder when they did the test. So I didn't want to. I figured it was a plugged extruder. Didn't want to do it without Monoprice saying, yeah, go ahead and try this. So I have a cleaning rod for my Prusa i3, and I went ahead and pulled the Bowden fitting out, the Bowden cable out, and heated it up, pushed the tool through, and cleared out the clog. And I gotta say, my Prusa was plugged once or twice, and this is a heck of a lot easier to clean plugged extruder than that thing was. But you got to have that stainless rod to do that. The printer I had, the Prusa, is a G-Tech, G-E-E-E-T-E-C-H, and you might be able to buy that rod from them if you needed it. But that tool right there is definitely worth it, because otherwise I'd have shipped this thing back. So I'm glad I went ahead and did it. And so far, like I said, I'm happy with this dude. Um, if not, I'll let you know in a week, 2 month, whatever. But so far, it looks good. Thanks for watching.